Hello, Narnach here, and welcome back to Path of Exile. We are on our way towards the Crypt, where we have a trial of Ascendancy awaiting for us. It's going to be the Cruel Crypt, so it's going to be slightly more difficult than the normal version. In between episodes, I did my usual tinkering with the gear and with the build. And I've actually taken Sunder out of the build, because I wasn't using it a lot. In most use cases, I was using Earthquake to just slam everything anyway, and Sunder I used it as a sort of kind of a ranged attack. But it didn't feel like it was worth affording. So I took it out and moved some things around, and now I have... Hello there, Soulmoy. And now I've got my Golem actually amped up a little bit. It's currently got melee splash, and it's got increased AoE. So its aura is gonna reach further, its taunt is gonna reach further, and because it has melee splash, the melee splash is also going to reach further. So it should basically be more annoying to the monsters than it was already. And I've got Enduring Cry linked to that very same setup. So it's benefiting from the increased AoE. So if I do a War Cry, I'm gonna hit more enemies, which should result in getting more endurance charges, or making it easier to actually hit enemies to keep my current endurance charges up. And corrupted area, nice. Let's see, players have elemental equilibrium, monsters fire 2 additional projectiles, and I get more items. I approve when there's more items. So Earthquake itself I haven't modified because I'm still using a 4-link, and I just don't have the currency available to run it into a 5-link. I think I wasted about 10 bits of reroll currency in order to get it, or to basically get it back to a 4-link. Because I started with a 4-link, then I started rerolling in the hopes of getting a 5-link, but nope, didn't quite work out. So now I've got the Leap Slam on my right mouse, Earthquake on my left mouse. And I've got the increased burning damage linked to my Herald of Ash. So it now reserves 30% of the mana rather than 25% of the mana. Let's actually kill the spider first. Cintiq, the Inescapable. Well, I am also inescapable. Cool. And we did a full clear, that's also good. What do we get? Sacrifice at noon. That's one of the fragments of the Atziri's level. Let's see if we can find the boss. So I cleared the den with the great white bear beast thing, and things worked out pretty well with this build, so decided to keep it and just play with it for a bit and then see how it works. If there's a compelling reason to keep Sunder in the build, or if it's actually not strictly required. I would have wanted to link minion life to the Golem as well. That's one of the things that would have been useful. And I might actually, because currently Enduring Cry is in the link with Stone Golem, I might just move Enduring Cry over and put it in the same thing as Herald of Ash, take the burning damage away. So I free up one slot here. But then I want to reroll this one into a blue for the minion life. So, yeah. I actually wanted to do that initially, but I was not lucky enough with my rolls. You got a 1 in 16 chance. Yeah, it's a 1 in 16 chance to roll double blue and double red on a 4-socketed red armor with 74 strength requirement, according to Vorici calc. And yeah, I didn't have enough currency to keep going. But that's always the case. In a new league, while you are leveling your first main character, you're always going to be low on currency. And you will not be able to get perfect items for perfect gear setup. So it's always a matter of just going with the flow, experimenting a little, see what works, see what doesn't work. And just having fun. And in the late game you can optimize your builds because you will have more currency available to put exotic colors on your armor. It's like here the arena plate, no, it's a pure red armor. Getting 1 blue on it is already tricky. Getting 2 blues on it is even harder. And there is a reason I'm going with only 2 blues rather than going for 3 blues, because that's even more ridiculous. Or more difficult, depending on your point of view. So, waypoint, find the trial, and then we might as well finish up the crypt as well. When I sat down to record this episode, I was a little confused. I was like, wait, I already did the crypt, right? Why is the quest still open? And then I actually had a brief watch at the end of the previous episode. I was like, oh wait, on this character I only did the Chamber of Sins on Cruel. But after recording the previous episode, I played around a little bit with my Viper Strike Shadow, and with that one I already cleared the crypt. So playing multiple characters at the same time, it gets a little confusing in terms of, hey, where is my progress at? Also, in case you're wondering, Dual Claw Viper Strike Shadow is very hilarious to play. I'm really enjoying it. And I'm gonna go for Soul Reef with that one. And if the build works out, I might actually do a build video on it as well. It's not gonna be a full let's play, but I will, if I manage to keep the character alive for a while, I might do a build video on it, because I'm having a lot of fun with it. But we are here for the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut cannot be stopped. The Juggernaut will push on and kill every enemy that we encounter. And we found a trial. I see it on the minimap. Also, they killed our golem.
Fear
Right, we already did that. Let's concussion things. Here. Yeah. Now they get out of order. Open up the door. Let's get into the room rather than outside of the room. It's better to fight here than with the risk of concussioning yourself. Okay, so there's a locked door over there. There's a lever on the bottom side. Okay, well, I hit the lever. Also took a bit of damage there. Just you weave through, that's the strategy. And this is just a closed room, but on the other hand it is also a waypoint to go for in between runs. Let's not get concussion too much. It's a bubbling potion or panicked potion is very useful in situations like this. And as well, of course, insane life regen. Okay. Okay. So it's just slightly more involved than a normal, as it's supposed to be. But still, it's rather doable. Rear the boots, that's Templar, right? Yes. Slowly starting to recognize the names of the various higher end items. So, all three done. Now only the act... Wait, let's not go in again. Now the only thing that remains for us is the trials in Act 3. But that's gonna be for a future episode. For now, we'll just solve the crypt. I mean, we are already here anyway. It's a good motivation to just grab more of the jewels. This build is not actually gonna be jewel heavy. That's because there's no really easy to grab jewels for the Marauder as it is. You have to go out of your way and grab a couple of suboptimal jewels. And without having access to jewels that are definitely better, that basically would be better than 3 regular skills in the skill tree. There's just no point in focusing on it too early. So we'll just see what we find, and if we find something that's really good, we'll just adjust the build on the fly. Let's see, freezing shrine. Good. Ooh, they dropped the jewelers up. Currently the Blasphemy with Warlord's Mark combination. It affects enemies that are in melee range, but not quite further than that. Hoping that with some leveling, because he's now basically standing at the edge of the reach of that combo. I'm hoping that once I gain some levels, that's gonna get a bit broader. And I can affect enemies a little further. Then it's gonna be even easier to keep my endurance charges up. And to leech even more life and mana from my enemies. Superior hallowed, whatever. We already got good hallowed flasks. Not gonna focus on too much. Hello there, boss. We just approached you from the side room. You were not expecting us from here. Mwahaha. Or something along those lines. Golden hand. Okay, we can't grab it. That's let's just put this one tile to the side, and then we can. Excellent. And we go back to them. Sell stuff to Groost. Mr. Grumpy Face. Let's see, this one is also at strength and int. I want the dex and int. So this actually does give dex. It's just not good enough as a amulet. Let's see, Yena. Warlord's Reach, +1 to weapon and unarmed range, and 8% increased attack damage. Poacher's Aim, 15% chance of projectiles piercing and extra projectile damage. Assassin's Haste, 10% increased mana regen, extra movement speed and attack and casting speed. For this current build, extra range might be useful. I'm not quite sure if Earthquake scales with weapon ranges or not, but let's grab it. Also, apparently this was a quest we had to complete for an achievement. I mean, for now I'm not actively focusing on the achievements yet. But as we, basically once I start mapping, I'm gonna have a look at the achievements and see which ones are rather easy to achieve and which ones I have to put a little bit of effort into. And then I'll probably just grab a couple of those and just do them, just blitz through them. Let's see, jewels. You are a unique jewel, put you in there. And do I have mapping stuff yet? I don't think I have anything for maps yet. So you're now for maps. sacrifice at noon. Always, I mean, this is going to be a circle, so to say, so you need 4 parts, so you always just have the bottom of this filled up. So that way you can see where you are in terms of completing that chain. Alright, now we've done the crypt, we can actually safely head out to the other side of town. So at least grab the waypoints, just to make a nice run through. And then, depending on how fast that goes, we might complete 1 or 2 of the questies here. Or we might just do them in the next episode and blitz things and maybe just make it to the pyramids. We'll have to see. Currently their monsters are 45 and 49, so I'm way over leveled. So I probably just should pick up my pace a little bit. Also, I can just jump. Haha, waypoints. That's good. It's always good if you find that one early and not have to look for it. Okay. Yeah, have a totem. Here is a caster that has some issues being selected. Wow, they are starting to hurt. Ah, there's a snake in there. And somewhere in there was Vera, the indebted aristocrat. Just another Perandus boss. And the Perandus coffers, they are very good for getting loot. Especially with these things, I really find myself wishing for a loot hoover option. Or maybe just finding less stacks of coins and just having larger stacks of coins. Then again, 73 coins from a single encounter. That's not quite bad. I mean, these are basically the first world raid class problems. Oh no, I have to click too much because I'm getting so many coins. Oh, boo-hoo, my life is so bad. Yes, I know. First world problems, best problems is what I always say. They were impressed. They just keep coming out of the trees. Right. Western Forest, let's grab the waypoint here. And we can at least kill the blackguards. Lyra. A bit of luck, we can actually do everything here. Waypoint. Very convenient. Did we tag it? Yes, we tagged it. Good. And we can just follow the road. Actually, it went this way, not that way. So jumping around with my leap slam is one of the few ways I can actually trigger my mana to go down. Just attacking in melee range, there's currently just so much leech and regen that I can't, with the Earthquake, if I just keep chain attacking with the Earthquake, I cannot get my mana to go down. Which is an interesting problem to have if you want your mana to actually be regenerating from the flask in order to help yourself heal. Hey, also, someone killed my golem. And now they must die. Go back. I think I saw a side effect or a side area at the road. Was this indented bit? Yes, boom. Here. There's this path that we can follow. So back full mana. Oh, there was a yellow. Let's say hello. Hello there, yellow. They do chaos damage. That's something. The one thing I'm poor at resisting. And that's probably gonna remain that way, because it's pretty difficult to get chaos resists. You really do have to get out of your way and focus on it with gear. And I don't think you can actually mastercraft it on, or you need to get a very high level masters. Okay, casting speed, I don't want it. Yeah, have a totem. What? Yeah. La 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 la. Boom, gone.
There's no black magic in death, witch.
Okay, and then all we have left is spiders. So generally you have to go to the other side of the road for them. A little drop there. Oh, a yellow. That's worth killing. Ooh, the hermit. You get a life sprig if you collect 9 of them. And a gemcutter's prism. Nice. Don't find those every day either. How is my earthquake looking? Can I just do it while it's equipped? No. Let's get it out. Apply it. 1% increased physical damage. Oh yeah. Now we're really going to hurt them. Or something along those lines. Ba-da-doom boom. Let's see how lucky we are with the level roll. If we have to do a full clear or if we can just blitz through. Ooh, there, you look Marius, indebted smuggler. I've seen you before. You were also in the bear den. Also, they are putting out a ton of damage. Let's drink my armor potion. So golems are also very good for just cleaning up those annoying little monsters that always hang around. That you always overlook, that are not even worth your time. Increased radius of area skills. That's gonna be good, because it's gonna affect Earthquake, it's gonna affect the explosions of Herald of Ash, it's gonna affect the aura of Warlord's Mark. Stone Golem benefits, Leap Slam's impact, AoE of the Ancestral Protector, Enduring Cry. I think every skill I use has an AoE component of some sort now. That's gonna be pretty cool. Cannibal's Touch. Ooh, superior controlled destruction. If you're a spellcaster, that's a nice one to have. Also, there was a strongbox to the side here. Let's have a quick look. Ooh. Physical reflect. No. Still no real impact. Arcanist's strongbox. Do we have something? We can actually magicify it. Extra quantity contained. Good. And we just smash multiple bits. And we get a bunch of currency. Which is nice, because I need a lot of these. Well, you always need a lot of these actually, but blue spiders still die rather quickly, and the weaver's nest. Let's see how fast we can take out the weaver. Hello there. So boom, boom. Yep. Of course she does partial chaos damage. Well, she goes pretty quickly. And poof, gone. Cowardly spider. And poof gone.
Cannot carry this.
Okay. Superior battle plate. That sounds like it might be more relevant than we got. It's a level 41 armor. Maligaro's spike. Yeah, it needs a space of 4, so too bad for the burnished foil, because they're the same size. Let's speak with Silk.
Hello.
But first, we speak with Groost. We get rid of our stuff. Let's see. This one is useful for crafting, and also it's not quite bad. A lot of health, some energy shield, very nice resistances, and less flask charges used, and it only has 4 enchants on it, so you can actually mod some stuff on it.
Going.
Yeah. Silk, we get a gem from you. Ah, this is where we get the cast when damage taken. Curse on hit. So cast when damage taken, I've actually been thinking about it, but there's not a lot of things that stand out as being useful for this build. Molten Shell, for example, it doesn't actually add all that much armor. And because I'm so heavily focused on armor, it will explode very quickly. So it's actually not going to do that much for me, which is unfortunate. Curse on hits, of course with Earthquake I hit a lot of enemies, but the thing is I just don't have the links to add it. Let's just grab this one, because it's the least useless, but for this build I don't think it's gonna be all that relevant. But we did manage to clear the crypt, clear the left side of town, so next up we're gonna go into the wetlands. Say hello to Mr. Oak. So this melee damage and life is probably one I want to grab instead of saving Oak, because Oak is going to give me 16% increased physical, melee physical. On the other hand, I could also say let's help Oak and grab the 16% melee physical and this one. That might be a different choice to make, because it's gonna add a lot more damage than say a travel node with some strength on it, or something like this which adds only 12% physical, or an extra node here that's gonna add 12% as well. So I might actually change my mind and help Oak after all. But that's gonna be next episode. So I'm gonna thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.